Hello, my love. Welcome to Shamanic Heart Space. My name is Nancy. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you have not been here before, welcome back. I'm going to be talking to you about the Virgo New Moon that's coming in September, and channeling collective energy, essentially. So I'm not an astrologer, and I always say, please resonate, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Because it's not all going to resonate with everyone all at the same time, but also see what messages come through for you personally. If you can take the time to be out in nature while you're listening, or just in a very chilled, relaxed, meditative state, then you can see what wants to come through for you. So here we go. Happy birthday, Virgos. Here we go. We're entering the final quarter of 2024, obviously. We'll be approaching equinox in this month as well. So this is really just a heads up to keep your head up moving forward. Hopefully you found ways to center yourself. I've been talking about that for quite a while on the podcast. We have been expecting sudden changes, rug being pulled from under us. Yeah, lots of stuff going on. So it's more important than ever to have your practices down, the ones that work for you, keeping hold of those to center yourself, ground yourself, be able to observe what's coming up, what you're feeling, what you're going through. If you need a bit of help, you can check out my website, shamanicheartspace.org. I've got lots of things available on there. You can also come and see me in the jungle in Peru if you would like to work with plant medicines, which I have been doing for 25 years. All right, so I'm getting collective energy for the whole month of September at the moment. I'm recording this during August. I don't know what the date is, 25th maybe. So we have a new moon, obviously, and a full moon eclipse in Pisces, and the Libra equinox, quite a busy month. These are the markers that I'm seeing just to help us to remember where we are and give us sort of like time stamps. So we can focus on what's important to us and set goals in terms of kind of like moving forward. So if you haven't already, this is the best time, the last chance saloon, for really getting focused on what is important to you, what resonates for you. Because for a while, things have been speeding up. We've been shifting into the 5D. Our bodies have been moving from carbon to crystalline. You've probably noticed a lot of things coming up personally and collectively. And it has been fast. But yes, it's going to get even faster if you can imagine that. So again, having those markers or timestamps as well as your practices in place so that the ego, the monkey mind, is not running away with you and pulling you into your fears, old coping mechanisms, into division, into myths and illusions. Oh, because that could really happen. So the first question that's coming through here is, what are you harvesting? So this is a time to really have a look at your life, have a look at your frequency. What are you attracting and what are you getting in the way of that you want? So what are you repelling? It's not coming in that maybe you're trying to attract or manifest, so on and so forth. Why is that not coming if that's what you want? So, what's blocking blessings, if anything? Or really, where are you blocking them? And this is the time of harvest and celebration as well. So you can have a look at what is blooming in your life. So we have to stay strong. We have to stay anchored. You have to hold on to the mast within yourself. That's what I'm seeing, as in a mast on a ship at sea. Possibly feeling a lot of pressure, perhaps dark night of the soul, shedding old skins. So the dark night of the soul, I'm going to blog about it actually, because it's an interesting topic. It's not just one night, unfortunately, but the dark night of the soul is an opportunity to really get clear within yourself about what's important, where you're headed, what you want to let go of, where your unconscious mind or perhaps even ancestral stuff, talking about karma, so on and so forth, get a chance to be cleared. So this is a very, very deep time. I'm seeing the serpent coiled up in the sacral chakra and then unfurling. So there's a lot of opportunity for empowerment, and it's going to be a quick ascension, a quick expansion, a quick change, shocking even. But of course, the devil is in the detail, right? You get to choose how you respond to these things. So you can fall into a victim mode, or you can take the positive out of it and say, all right, this is happening for me, not to me. How can I make the most of it? And that's a great start. Sometimes we need a little bit of extra guidance or hand holding because we can't see the wood for the trees. So sitting with any discomfort and figuring out where it's come from. Why is this happening? Getting shaky in the throat chakra. So maybe speaking up and letting people know how they've treated you over the years, speaking from your heart, releasing anger as well, not holding on to it. So really seeing a lot here around empowerment and using the voice for that. So it's an opportunity to re-empower. So it might be scary to stand up and say where you were wrong, or where you've changed your mind, or to say you hurt me, etc. I feel angry right now, but this is how we really set our roots deep so that we can grow tall. So yeah, this can take many forms, and I think what I'm seeing here is a lot of people screaming and shouting, a lot of destruction all around the world, but you don't have to channel it in that way. So yeah, you can use the energy of any of what I've just described to alchemize within yourself, to help you be more grounded, more authentic in yourself, to speak your truth, and to live authentically from your heart. There's going to be a lot of people remembering at their core, at a soul level, who they are, why they're here. And technology that was used before by civilizations that came before us. Right, so a big change overall, and that's probably not news. Seeing instability, feeling insecure. There's just no other way to call it, really. As more truth comes out, more awakening emerges, and more consciousness, also along with more authenticity. This is really the key word, because it looks like a lot of drama, and it sounds like a lot of noise with the upheavals that are on the cards. So choosing to come from love and compassion, choosing to breathe, choosing to turn inward, choosing yourself and your practices, the things that help you to keep calm. And clearly we cannot ignore what is going on in the world. And that, of course, is not what I'm saying. I know there's stuff going on in the world, even though I choose not to watch the news for lots of reasons. But in a way, I can really feel and tune into. In in many ways, things are kind of so bad in the external world. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing, and I'm sure that you're doing a lot too, to remind yourself, to remind others of the connection between the heart and the mind and each other. And so, when we do go within and change inside, changes on the outside too. And there's a lot that we cannot control right now that is going on and is going to keep going on and unfolding. But if we lose our heads over it, it's just going to make things worse. So keeping your inner axis, and that's why as well, on Patreon, I do the regular realignments because it's so easy to just get knocked off your frequency and to end up on somebody else's timeline, somebody else's plans, or, caught in some kind of psychodrama based on old trauma. And so the realignment has to clean all of that every new moon, every full moon, and I keep to that schedule. And this is going to be really important now because we are picking up collective energy. That's what we do as human beings. We pick up collective energy, especially the women. And that has the potential to draw us into old ways of coping that are not necessarily healthy, or ways of thinking, da 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 da, so that we can look at those things and say, hey, this is not actually serving me. How can I do this differently? Okay, so I'm asking, like, I want to see the new moon, but I'm still just kind of seeing September and the end of the year. So maybe this will be the bonus episode. Anyway, so this is eventful, to say the least. Seeing more of structures falling down around us, within us, and a lot of people are going to be reactive to this. A lot of kind of what's the word, like reaching for control, reaching for structure. So I see a lot of fear, just like a fear factory being pumped into the air, into the mainstream. So almost like that's a conscious decision, um, to to gain more control from, I don't know, from the structures that already exist by their fingernails right now. But if you feel that fear coming in, that doubt, channel it into something positive. For example, imagining what you want or how you want it. And, the imagination is the bridge between where we are in the physical reality and the other dimensions. So to imagine is really important. It's how we bring things in across the bridge. It's not something that I get the sense that when I use the word imagine, a lot of people start thinking about children and like a kind of silliness. This is exactly what we need right now. That childlike state of awe and wonder and wow, joy. Look, like things are good and we have things in common, and let's work on that instead of wasting energy pouring it into the fear. Even the darkness is working for the light. So we can focus on that. It'll take us a long way. Yeah. So there's a lot of light and a lot to be positive about. You might just have to look deeper. Getting the message here to, reach out to your people. And if you work with guides and angels and things like this, reach out to them. Ask them for help. They're there waiting to help. Okay, so when I do this channeling, I have to go to the place and the time, right? So I'm there now, like in September. I'm getting a lot of agitation a lot of wanting to like express myself, this kind of like pressure cooker, like I just can't take it anymore. So it's likely you're going to want and just are required to find ways to express yourself in a healthy way, so that you don't upset your hormone balances and say things that you cannot take back, or cause situations that you cannot take back. Mm. Also, anything stale, relationships, jobs, the things that tend to be our like anchors and linchpins in life. Anything stale there, it's possible you're going to want to break out of some of those things and change the scene completely. So, maybe you want to be prepared for that as best you can. You can maybe aware that you're going to be like, I don't want to be in this relationship anymore, and instead of making some big decision based on a moment, giving yourself some time to sit with that and say, and I had a feeling I was gonna face to this soon, so um, now's the time to journal, to go deep. Yeah, endings and beginnings. All right, so really, let's look at this new moon in more detail, please. So it seems potentially rebellious, which I didn't expect actually for Virgo, but maybe Virgos are rebellious in their own way. Yeah, again, truth coming out, which is very liberating. It can be painful. So, I said it already. Make sure you got your practices, make sure you got your people, support system, not necessarily leaning into old coping mechanisms that are not so good for you. I'm going to invite you to set a new intention and write down 3 steps that you can take towards achieving that goal, that end, that wish, and keep coming back to it. Okay, this is going to really help you when things feel turbulent, and you can choose to bring your energy back to, I'm heading in this direction, this is what I want. And it's absolutely fine to course correct. Of course you can change your mind and you can alter the steps, but just having something positive that makes your heart alive will be very helpful moving forward. The energy of Virgo here is very good at bringing like the best out of chaos. So it's often the case that Virgo energy, or the Virgo person, can bring order and sense when everything is kind of up in the air. Maybe that's why during August Virgos had a pretty rough time, because they were clearing a lot of stuff to now be in September moving forward the people that help to bring some order out of the chaos that is coming, because they couldn't be doing their work and fixing everything up at the same time for everyone else. So this is opportunity where you can harness this energy wherever you want to bring order to your life, perhaps looking at where there is chaos in your life, or where chaos keeps repeating in your life, and kind of connect with that Virgo energy and say, I would like to understand this better. Meditating with that, I would like to understand this. I would like to clean it. I don't want the drama. I don't want the chaos. What I do want is resolution, solution, whatever it is that you're looking for. So this is a good time to strategize, write it down, keep returning to it, adapt it, journal, daydream, imagine. Really good, this new moon, for that. So I think what I'm seeing here is a lot of people are going to become more aware of like thinking patterns and where things need to be cleaned up inside the body, inside the energy, inside the environment, like as much as possible. Okay, so with that, what I'm getting here, I mean, in the southern hemisphere, it's spring, so maybe that's what I'm picking up on. But cleansing and purifying, like the spring clean, right? Cleansing, purifying everything you can and where you can. Really making things simple. Okay, I'm getting a lot of information here. 1 second. I'm seeing like cleaning up the diet, fasting, simple diet, the spring clean that I mentioned, getting rid of stuff, cleaning the crystals, cleaning out what's under the bed in the loft, just getting rid of stuff, emptying the hard drives, cleaning the phone. Like a lot of change is coming, and we need to have the space for it. We don't want to be caught on the back foot, you know? But also, yeah, if you have a clean, decluttered space, it's easier for you to declutter your mind and to clean your body, and vice versa. So these things go together. I mean, Virgo is very connected with health anyway. So yeah, that's the message I'm getting, and to pass on to you now. So also could be a good time to make some changes to your routine, your schedule, that might help add up to something beneficial for you, for others. So, you know, this could be simple, like taking a language class every week, or setting time aside every day to journal, to read a book, to, I don't know, whatever it is that you want to do. Taking a ritual bath or walk, or, you know, it's important, I believe anyway. It's helped me tremendously through my life. New moon, the full moon, the Sabbats, the equinox, solstice, all of that. These are times that I will definitely sit down and go within and clean out what I can to make space for new things to come in. And, you know, now that's turned into my wonderful Patreon community. And so they come along on the ride with me and notice changes in themselves and their lives for the better. So, yeah, deciding for yourself what works for you, and what you want to start building into your life. And you could feel some fiery energy around. That doesn't look like that's for everybody, but some people are definitely going to feel fired up. So you can really use that to fuel you in moving forward, or speaking up, or, you know, making an opportunity. So it's really, really, really a time to simplify, to see again what is authentic for you, what is straightforward for you, what is simple and doable. So yeah, don't make things complicated. Humans have a real thing for making things complicated. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this here. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that you found that helpful. If you would like to hear the episodes where I'm going to go deeper, talk about the crystals and plants that can help you with the energy, talk about the rituals that help you to harness the energy, possibly some manifesting stuff, and going deeper into the energies that are around this new moon and the rest of September, then please check out the description box, how you can subscribe. It would be amazing to have you with us. I really appreciate you having me on your journey with you. So thank you again. My website is shamanicheartspace.org. I am going to be available in October to do one-to-ones, shamanic work and coaching and teaching online. And if you want to come out to the jungle or discuss more about working with plants, you can also connect with me via the website and see if it's the right journey for you at this time. So I send you lots of love from my heart to yours, and I wish you a beautiful Virgo new moon, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. I'm Nancy, and this is Shamanic Heart Space. Lots of love.